morning, children. Good morning, children. In last class, we discussed about the latitudes and longitudes, that is in the second chapter, and we sought out some of the answer for objective questions, that is the true or false, fill in the blanks, read the clues and guess the answers. So this were the mains which we discussed in the last class, and even the answers were given. Today in this class, we are going to start the revision part, because your test will be starting from coming Tuesday. So now I'm going to give you the revision class of 2 chapters. That is the first lesson, continents and oceans, and the second lesson, latitudes and longitudes. And I'll be discussing you with now about the pattern, the question paper pattern for FA1. So what I have given, the question paper pattern is question paper pattern. The pattern will be, the first main will be the fill in the blanks. So the first main will be the fill in the blanks. Second main will be the true or false, right? True or false. So the second main will be the true or false. Third main will be match the following. The third main will be the match the following. Fourth main will be the expand the following. What do you mean by this? Expand the following. I have given you in the worksheet, expand the following. Example, I have given you PM. What is the expand means? It is nothing but you have to write the full form. Now I'll just give you an example, PM. So I am just asking you to write the full form of PM. So what will be the full form of PM? It is prime meridian. So that is the way which you are going to write the expand the following. Fifth main will be the read the clues. Read the clues and guess the answers. So in the textbook, we have learned some of the questions which were given in the textbooks. Read the clues and guess the answers. Example, a white continent. You are just going to guess the answer. What is the answer? Which continent is known as white continent? So you all know the answers will be Antarctica. So you have to read the clues. There will be given some clue will be given. You have to sort out that given clue and you have to guess the answer. So this is the main which I'm going to give you in FA1. Next one will be the choose the correct answer. So in the choose the correct answer, I'll be giving you the question and the 3 options. You have to choose which is the correct answer and you have to put the tick mark. And the next main or after this will be answer the following. So the answer the following might be either in worksheet or the classbook question answers. So the 6th main will be answer the following, and the last main will be the diagram. So these are the mains which I mentioned in your question paper pattern. So you have to follow this pattern. Got it, children? So now you just came to know what are the mains which are in question paper. So now we'll just sort out the question answers, first and second lesson. So what the first lesson, I'm going to give you the revision of first lesson, that is continents and oceans. Answer the following. First question is, what are continents? Name 7 continents. Name the 7 continents. So you all know that continents are the large land masses that cover 29% of the Earth's surface and usually separated by water. So what is the meaning here? It is a large land masses. Large land masses means the Earth is covered by, you all know that the Earth is covered by 29% of land and 72% of water. So here the 29% of Earth is covered by land or land masses. It is a large land masses which is got separated by water bodies. So when the land masses which are got separated by water bodies, then such large land masses are called as continents. The answer is the large land masses that cover 29% of Earth's surface and usually separated by water is called as continents. And how many continents are there? There are 7 continents. And you can name the 7 continents. What are the 7 continents? Asia, Africa, Antarctica, Australia, Europe, North America, South America. So now let us sort out the spellings of continents. The spelling of Asia will be A-S-I-A, Asia. Next, Africa, A-F-R-I-C-A, Africa. The third continent, Antarctica, A-N-T-A-R-T-I-C-A. Some of them made mistakes in classbook while writing the spelling. Antarctica spelling is wrong, which you have written. A-N-T-A-R-C-T-I-C-A. It's a wrong spelling. So you all have to write A-N-T-A-R-T-I-C-A, Antarctica. The next continent is Australia. The spelling of Australia will be A-U. So the spellings, the continent spellings. The first one is Asia, A-S-I-A, Asia. The second continent is Africa. The third continent is Antarctica. The Antarctica spelling is A-N-T-A-R-T-I-C-A. So this will be the correct spelling of Antarctica. The fourth continent is A-U-S-T-R-A-L-I-A, Australia. The fifth continent is E-U-R-O-P-E. Here E is silent, so you are going to pronounce it as Euro. So here E will be silent, but you have to write the spelling E-U-R-O-P-E, Europe. Next is N-O-R-T-H, North, A-M-E-R-I-C-A, North America. And the last continent will be S-O-U-T-H, South, M-E-R-I-C-A, South America. So these are the 7 continents in the world: Asia, Africa, Antarctica, Australia, Europe, North America, and South America. So this will be the first question answers. Next, we will move on to the second question. What is white continent? Explain. So what is white continent? White continent is nothing but the place or the continent which is covered all throughout the year by ice and snow is called as white continent. And which continent is known as white continent? Antarctica is known as white continent. So Antarctica. So here Antarctica is the 5th largest continent in the world. So this will be the 5th largest continent, which is permanently covered by a thick layer of snow. What do you mean by permanently? Permanently is nothing but there will be no any changes all throughout the year. Permanently means it will be same without any changes. So that is called as permanently. Where Antarctica is permanently covered by thick snow. It is covered by thick snow all throughout the year. When you view from the Earth, what happens? The North Pole and the South Pole will be covered by ice. So you can just see the whole continent with white color. So that is why Antarctica is known as what? The other name? White continent. So that is why here Antarctica is called as white continent. and ice sheets. Ice sheets are nothing but ice sheets. Example, now you can just see the sheets of a paper. In the same way, the ice will be in the form of sheets all year round and looks like a white mass. So whenever you see the North Pole or the South Pole, it will be fully of white sheet of ice and as well as the snow when viewed from the outer surface. Hence, it is called as white continent. So this will be the second answer. Third one, explain ridges and trenches. So children, what do you mean by ridges and trenches? R-I-D-G-E-S, ridges. Next one is trenches. So now let us know the meaning of what do you mean by ridges and trenches. So this is the question which I have asked you here. Ridges are the long narrow piece of highland. It is a long narrow piece. So the curve which comes down is called as narrow. It is a long narrow piece of highland along the top of fields or mountains. So ridges are a long narrow piece of land or highland along the top of mountain or hills. So these are called as ridges. And trenches. What do you mean by trenches? Trenches are nothing but trenches are long, narrow and very deep pit in the ocean, while most are in the Pacific Ocean. So you all know that the Pacific Ocean is the largest and deepest ocean in the world. It is the world's largest and deepest ocean in the world. So in Pacific Ocean, you can just see some of the trenches. And the famous trench in Pacific Ocean will be the Mariana Trench. So this Mariana Trench can be found in Pacific Ocean, and this is also known as a long, narrow, deep pit. So here the answer is what? A long, narrow piece of highland which is present between the hills and mountains. But this trenches are nothing but it is a long and narrow which contains a deep pits. Where the trenches are found, it is present in oceans. See, a long and narrow edges, and here when it comes to the narrow part, here the narrow part will be very deep. Pit is nothing but what to say, halla anta hai kirana. So that is called as pit. So here the pit will be very deep. When you go inside, you will just go inside the earth. It will be very long distance. So that is called as pit. And this pits, the large deep pits will be present in oceans. So that is why these are called as trenches. And many of the trenches you can find in Pacific Ocean, and the trenches which are found in Pacific Ocean will be the Mariana Trench. So this is the answer or the meaning for the third question. Fourth one, which is the smallest continent of the world? Describe it. So you all know that the smallest continent in the world will be the Australia. So Australia is also known as small continent because it just contains only one country. It contains only one country and island. So that is why here Australia is considered as small continent. And even Australia is a home for many animals. Australia is a home for rare animals. And I said you the national animal of Australia is what? Yeah, the national animal of Australia will be the kangaroo. So this is the meaning. I'll just read out you once what is the answer. Australia is the smallest continent and an island. Island is nothing but it is a piece of land. Island is a piece of land where one in between the land will be there and all the other sides, the water bodies will be covered. So this is called an island. It has only one country. So Australia will contain only one country and it is a home for many rare animals in the world, and the kangaroo is the national animal of Australia. So this is the fourth question and answer. And the finally will be the fifth question, that is, who discovered North America? So who was the person discovered North America and how did he discover North America? North America was discovered by Christopher. Columbus. How did he found or how did he discover North America? Accidentally, he unexpectedly, discovered unexpectedly while he was trying to reach India. When he wanted to reach India, by accidentally, he discovered North America. Who was a person who discovered North America? It is a Christopher Columbus. So this will be the fifth answer. I'll just read out you once the question answers, children, so that you can be clearly read. What are continents? Name all the 7 continents. The answer is the large land masses that covers 29% of the Earth's surface and usually separated by water is called continents. Name 7 continents I have given you. The 7 continents are Asia, Africa, Antarctica, Australia, Europe, North America and South America. Second question, what is white continent? Explain. Antarctica, the 5th largest continent, which is permanently covered by a thick layer of snow and ice sheets all year round and looks like a white mask when viewed from outer surface. Hence, it is called as white continent. Third one, explain ridges and trenches. Ridges are long, narrow pieces of highland along the top of hills or mountains. Trenches. Trenches are long, narrow and very deep pit in the ocean, while most are in the Pacific Ocean. Fourth one, which is the smallest continent of the world? Describe it. Australia is the smallest continent and an island. It has only one country in it, and it is a home to some very rare animals in the world. And the national animal of Australia will be the kangaroo. Kangaroo is the national animal of Australia. The last question, who discovered North America? How? So, Christopher Columbus discovered North America unexpectedly while he was trying to reach India. When he wanted to reach India by unexpectedly or by accidentally, he discovered North America, a new continent called North America. Who discovered North America? It was Christopher Columbus. Now, let us move on to next chapter, that is latitudes and longitudes. So now the next chapter which we are going to learn is about the latitudes and longitudes. So the first question which we are going to discuss is how do we use an atlas? So atlas. Atlas is nothing but it is a book which has collection of a book which contains a collection of maps is called atlas. So what they have asked you, how do we use an atlas? So the answer, we use the atlas with the help of section called index. So what happens in the atlas book, you can just see the index by searching the or with the help of section called index, which shows the names of places marked on various pages of the atlas in an alphabetical order. So here there is in atlas there is a section called index. What is the function of index? Index helps in showing the names of places which is marked on various pages, which is marked in various pages of atlas in an alphabetical order. So what happens here in atlas with the help of small section called index helps in showing the names of the places which is marked on various pages of the atlas which is in alphabetical order. So you all know that how is the index given in alphabetical order. It's just start from A to Z. In each alphabetical order, you can just see some of the places like deserts, rivers, countries, oceans, seas, etc. Next one, which we are going to learn is that what are latitudes and longitudes? So now let us learn what is the meaning of latitudes and longitudes. So the latitudes and longitudes are the latitudes and longitudes are the imaginary lines. So these two are the imaginary lines drawn on the globe and maps to locate the places easily. So what will be the answer? What are longitudes and latitudes? Latitudes and longitudes are the imaginary lines which are drawn on globes and maps. Why it is drawn on globes and maps? To locate the places easily. That is why here the latitudes and longitudes are found. So I'll just show you the diagram of latitudes and longitude. So these are the latitudes. So this will be the longitudes. And the middle part of the earth will be the equator. And this will be the North Pole and this will be the South Pole. West, east. Okay, children, what are longitudes and what are the latitudes and longitudes? Latitudes and longitudes are the imaginary lines which are drawn on globes and maps to locate the places easily. So that are called as latitudes and longitudes. I'll learn out one's question answer. What are latitudes and longitudes? The latitudes and longitudes are the imaginary lines drawn on the globes and maps to locate the places easily. So the next one which we are going to learn is about the next question. What is international dateline? What is international dateline? Even it is also called as IDL. I for international, D for date, L for line. International dateline. So what now they are asking, or now which question they are asking? They are asking you, what is the international dateline? The answer, the international dateline is the imaginary line that passes through the mid-Pacific Ocean, defining the boundary between one day and the next. So what happens? Your international dateline is an imaginary line. It is an imaginary line which passes through mid-Pacific Ocean. Where the international dateline is passing, it just passes through mid-Pacific Ocean. So this imaginary line is passing through the mid-Pacific Ocean where it defines the boundary, which defines the boundary between one day and the next. So what happens here? Example, now we are just taking the Earth, and this is the longitudes which meet at the pole, that is the North and South Pole. So what happens when the sunrise falls over here? Here it will be day. In the west it will be the day. Whereas when there is no sunrise falling on the other side, what happens? It becomes night. When the west faces day, the east will be causing night times. When east is facing sun, it will be a daytime. And where the sun rays will not be falling in west, it will be the night time. So this is the meaning of this question as the boundary between the one day and the next. Now suppose if North America is facing night, now America is facing night and India is facing morning. So when we go to the next day, what happens? Here when in India is facing night, what happens? The America becomes morning. America will be facing the morning. So these are the changes which helps in international dateline. What is international dateline? International dateline is an imaginary line which passes through the mid-Pacific Ocean, defines the boundary between one day and the next. So this is the third question. Next one. So the next one. What is the grid? How does it help us? So what happens here? What do you mean by grid, children? Grid is nothing but grid is a network of lines. It is just a network of lines. It is just a network of lines formed by. So here grid is nothing but it is a network of lines which is formed by latitudes and longitudes. So how it is formed? What is the meaning of grid? Grid is nothing but it is a network of lines which are formed by latitudes and longitudes which crossing each other. So I'll just show you a small diagram. How does the latitudes and longitudes cross each other? So now I'm just drawing a model of Earth. So this will be the latitudes. So these are the latitudes. And even the longitudes are. So what's happening here? The latitudes and the longitudes are crossing each other. See, this is called as longitudes. So what happens? Here there are many network of lines which is formed by longitudes and latitudes which are crossing each other. When it crosses each other, when latitudes and longitudes crosses each other, such network of lines are called as grid. What is the help? How does the grid helps us? It helps us in locating places. So what happened? The help, it just helps in locating places. It just helps in locating places, viewing the point. So by viewing the point, you can just locate the places easily where the latitude and longitude meet. So again, I'll tell you what is grid and how does the grid help. Grid is a network of lines formed by latitudes and longitudes crossing each other. So this is called as grid. What is the help of grid? So grid helps us in locating places, viewing at the point. By viewing the point where latitudes and longitudes meet. By where we can just give out the places where the latitude and longitude passing through, and you can just locate the places easily by using a grid. Next question. So now let us learn some of the differences between the latitudes and longitudes. So now let us learn some differences between latitude and longitude. So what is the difference between the latitude and longitude? So here the latitudes will be parallel. Here the latitudes are parallel and they never meet each other. So what happens? They never meet each other. Means yavaglu ondukondu meet agalla. Latitudes ondukondu meet agalla. So that is why the latitudes are called parallel. Whereas here in longitude, all the longitudes meet at pole. All longitudes meet at the poles. So example for longitudes. So all the longitudes are meeting at the pole. So you can just see it's joining from north to south. So here all longitudes are meeting at the poles. Whereas here in latitude, what's happening? It's all parallel. It's all parallel. Where, see, you can just see the imaginary lines which are parallel to each other and it's not meeting each other. So these are latitudes and these are longitudes. So you all know that latitudes are circle in shape. So it is circle in shape. So what is the shape of latitudes? It will be in circles, circle in shape. It's circular in shape. And even there is a decrease in length. So you can just see the length is very small. The length will be very small due to its decreased matter as they move from equator to the poles. From equator to the poles. So what happens here? You can just see out that. See where here there is a big line. While going towards the poles, what happens? The distance, the imaginary line or the lines which are going far away towards the North Pole, what happens? The length is getting decreased. It's becoming very small. And it is circular in shape or circular in shape. Whereas longitudes are semicircle in shape. And even it is spaced farthest. Spaced farthest means it is far. You can just see it's starting from North Pole to South Pole. So you can just see so far from North Pole and South Pole. From the equator and come together to a point at the poles. So you can just see it's just this imaginary line which is semicircle. It's just moving from North Pole to the equator again to the South Pole. So what happens here? The lines are very far, which are touching the poles. And the latitudes are numbered from 0 degree latitude to 90 degree north and 90 degree south. So what happens here? This is called as 0 degree latitude, which is called as equator. So here the equator is separated into two poles, that is North Pole and the South Pole. So here it will be 90 degree north and here will be the 90 degree south. So what happens? Latitudes are numbered from 0 degree latitude to 90 degree north and 90 degree south. In the same way, longitudes are numbered from 0 degree longitude. It is numbered from 0 degree longitude to 180 degree is 180 degree west. So what happens here, children? You can just see this one. So the longitudes are passing from the, so this will be the west, east. So what happens? It's just from 0 degree longitude. It's starting from 0 degree latitude to 180 degree east to 180 degree west. So these are the differences between the latitudes and the longitudes. I'll just learn once the questions so that it will be easier you to read. How do we use an atlas? We use atlas with the help of a section called index, which shows the names of the places marked on various pages of the atlas in an alphabetical order. Second question, what are latitudes and longitudes? Latitudes and the longitudes are the imaginary lines drawn on the globes and maps to locate the places easily. Third question, what is international dateline? The international dateline is an imaginary line that passes through the mid-Pacific Ocean, defining the boundary between one day and the next. Next question, what is a grid? How does it help us? A grid is a network of lines formed by latitudes and longitudes crossing each other. It helps us in locating places by viewing the point at which latitude and longitude meet. The last question, differentiate between latitudes and longitudes. So you are just going to write some of the differences between the latitude and the longitude. The first difference in latitudes will be the latitudes are parallel, so they never meet each other. So here they won't meet each other, and here the lines are parallel, where in latitudes. Whereas in longitudes, all longitudes meet at the poles. So all the longitudes will be meeting in the poles. It is the North Pole and the South Pole. Second difference in latitude is latitudes are circles and decrease in length as they move from equator to the poles. So what happens? When they pass off from equator to the poles, what happens? There will be a decrease, or there will be a small decrease under kammi hakta baratte. The length of the latitudes will be getting decreased. It becomes in smaller in size. Whereas in longitudes are semicircle. So it will be in a semicircular shape, and it is spaced farther at the equator and come to a point at the poles. So what happens? The longitudes is an imaginary line which has a semicircle in shape. It's just moving from North Pole, crossing the equator to the poles. Whereas here the longitudes meet at the poles. Third point, latitudes are numbered from 0 degree latitude to 90 degree north and 90 degree south. So what's happening here? Here the latitudes are numbered from 0 degree. The 0 degree is nothing but the equator. So it is starting from equator to the north. It is just dividing into two parts. That is the north and south. Where from equator to the northern hemisphere, north part is called as northern hemisphere, where 0 to 90 degree north, as well as from 0 degree to south will be the southern hemisphere, which is marked as 0 to 90 degree south. The third point in longitudes will be the longitudes are numbered from 0 degree longitude to 180 degree east and 1 degree west. So what's happening here? It is just dividing the Earth's surface into east and west, and it is numbered as 0 degree, where here it can be 0 degree to 180 degree east, or it can be 0 degree longitude to 180 degree west. So these are the question answers which we discussed in this class. So I think that you all understood the question answers. So you have to read all the question answers either in class or worksheets. So today we are going to end the classes for today. So please children, all prepare for the test, and all should write neat and clean. I think you all will write the test good. So all the best for all the students who are writing the test. I hope that you all will write the test good. Thank you children. I'm ending up the classes today.